Hello, good morning, and welcome to this new moon in Gemini ritual. And each new moon and each lunar cycle brings different energies, brings different frequencies, and brings new opportunities. So new moons are always an incredible time to start afresh. The new moon is in darkness, and all seeds and all creation starts in a place of darkness. So it's about looking within, it's about setting plans, it's about putting those seeds into the fertile soil. So we get to erase all that is no longer serving us and say, I'm parking this to one side, or I'm letting this go, and now I'm focusing on this. And we have that opportunity every single month. So learning to harness the energy of the new moon is really, really, really powerful. And with each moon, it is in a different zodiac sign. So the Gemini is the twins, the cosmic twins, the duality, the yin and the yang, above and below. It's also related to communication. It's related to the air element, the lungs, the nervous system, the hands and the arms. So we'll be working on opening all of those channels today and really beginning to align your body with your movement, but also with your energy, because we need well-being or wellness is all of the piece of the pie of us. That's our spiritual, energetic, physical, emotional, mental, financial, all the different aspects of us that make us whole. So sometimes we can be really focused on, say, fitness and not focused on our mental health. Or we could be really focused on finances, but not focusing on our spirituality. So it's time to turn the mirror around and really look into the reflection and see, where do I need to focus my energy more, and where do I need to let go of things that perhaps aren't serving me anymore. Also with the twins as well, it's kind of like the angel and the devil on your shoulders. And what I mean by that is we can have a totally different perspective depending on where we are looking or what we are listening to. So we have our higher selves and we have our ego, we have the mind and we have the heart. And each one of those will tell you a different story. So you get to decide what is right for you. But what happens is we play these programs and all of this conditioning all of the time, and we just think that that is the truth, or we think that's the way life is. And your reality is based on what you put energy into or what you believe to be true. So maybe it's time to sit down and look at your belief systems, or look at your conditioning, or look at your perspective and say, you know, is this true for me? Is this belief serving me? Are these programs serving me? And if they are, amazing, keep going. But if they're sabotaging you, keeping in your comfort zone, keeping you small, trying to fit in, well, then maybe it's time to reevaluate those programs and those conditionings. Because what happens is we get an opportunity to transform and to transcend and to shed the old skin. Like the snake is able to release the skin and to bring out that new shiny exterior that has been underneath that old crusty layer. But sometimes we like to hold on to that skin or that outer layer because it's familiar. And we don't like change because change is uncomfortable. And then the people around us have to change because we are now different. But change is the only constant. And learning to get comfortable with the uncomfortable is going to help you to move through life and to overcome challenges and obstacles in a much more healthy and empowered way. Even though it is summertime, we're in the month of June now, everything seems like it's speeding up. So we can get caught up in that energy of, being extroverted and being out there and doing all the things, which is amazing and very, very motivating and a lovely way to be. But don't forget to create the balance of rest and reflection, doing and being, because what happens then, we become very, very burnt out very easily, or we let go of our slow practices or our mindful practices, and it's all energy going out and no energy going in. So I'm really delighted that you've carved out this time to do this ritual, because we are going to do a slow flow that's going to nourish and support the nervous system and really, really open up the channels of the body so that you can receive the energy from the moon and also receive the wisdom that is already within you as well. And the Gemini finally is all about the connecting with the higher mind, because the air element, it's about no limitations, transcendence, going above. Think of the birds and how connected they are with the air element and the freedom that they have. So if you're feeling dense or if you're feeling boxed in, try and see things from a bird's eye view, because when we're in a state of fight or flight, or our sympathetic nervous system, our vision, our focus is very narrowed. So when you step back and see things from that higher perspective, you're like, okay, well, there's a solution, or there's another way that I never thought of before, or I never knew that person was there, or that opportunity. So there's always options, there's always solutions, but sometimes we have to take ourselves out of the environment and step back to see the bigger picture, or look from the bird's eye view. So you can read even more about the Gemini new moon on the blog, or in the community, where I have posted more ways in which you can engage with this energy. But what I wanted to do now is to draw some cards to get some collective energy, or perhaps this is really tailored or focused towards you. So please just take whatever resonates and leave the rest. So just take a moment to send your energy into the cards. If you have any questions or something you'd like clarity on, take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Well, let's see what guidance wants to come through. So the first one is after the rain. Silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, and acceptance. So if you look very closely, it's like the storm has passed and she has actually risen above the storm. She feels the cosmic energy flowing through her here with the rainbow, but also receiving the divine light above. So all of us experience challenges and discomfort and trauma throughout our life. But it's learning to accept that, yes, this is happening, or this has happened, and ask, please, can you show me the silver lining? Or please, can you show me the positive aspects of this? And she's holding her hands over her heart. So she is showing herself compassion that, okay, maybe I need a little bit of extra love today, or, I'm asking for help. I'm asking for support. Perhaps there's been something that has been ongoing for quite some time, and now it has come to an end. It has come to a completion. So with every new moon, it's a new cycle, it's a new beginning. So give yourself the permission now to move forward and take the lessons and the blessings for whatever challenges that you've been facing, and use that as fuel. Use that as energy to transform and transcend. And when we experience a negative experience, it's an opportunity to alchemize those lower vibrational thought forms or emotions into compassion, love, gratitude. And yes, that can be really, really challenging to shift that perspective, but you are setting yourself free from whatever challenges that you are facing or whatever has happened. You are becoming more neutral, and you are sending the situation and all those involved love. And again, this is a practice. Yes, it can be challenging, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. The next one is codes of the seed. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So I feel for many of you, there has been this huge awakening that, oh my God, I'm not happy in X, Y, and Z situation, whether that's a relationship or a job or your body or, you know, programs that you're in. And it's like, okay, how can I change? So even coming to that realization already activates these codes and these wisdom within you. So instead of looking out there or searching for the answers out there, just go within yourself, really go inward and ask the questions. What do I need? Or what do I need to awaken within myself? Or what do I need to remember? And yes, change can be scary, or stepping into the unknown can bring up a lot of fear. But every time that I'm faced with that, oh God, what's on the other side? It's like, well, is it worth staying the same, or is it worth stepping into something that could be potentially better than I've ever experienced before? So trying to find the more positive perspective out of the situation will always help you to take that step. And what small step can you take today to move towards your future self, or to move towards that goal or desire? Because manifestations don't just happen like that. They do sometimes, but the majority of the time they happen because you moved in the direction every single day, taking steps closer and closer towards that what you desire. The next one then is Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. So here we have compassion again. So I definitely feel that this is related to the global crisis and wars that we are experiencing. And it's really, really hurting a lot of people. For those that are obviously in the midst of it and experiencing it on the front line, but also for those who are deeply saddened from this side, that have no control over what's happening, that are reading the news, that are seeing the children being hurt. And it's like, okay, I can get really, really sad about this, or I can have compassion for them. I can send them love. I can send them light. I can, you know, just hope and wish that this is all resolved for the highest good. And yes, humanity, it's really, really important to remember oneness and that we are all connected. So by sitting with that pain and that suffering that you may be feeling for yourself or humanity, bring that pain into your heart and let the higher vibration, the love that cannot be defeated, the love that heals all, to create this sphere of light, and then you can send that out into the world or to those who need it. And what is happening then, it's taking you out of that fear state or that heightened emotional state that doesn't help anybody, and you're transcending and alchemizing that emotion into love. And again, this is how we begin to regulate our own systems, but also create that ripple effect of love-based energy rather than fear-based energy. And the last card is healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. So if you look closely at this card, we have the one person in the middle, and this is a representation of you. So don't forget about all of the ancestors, the ascended masters, the angels, the guides, all of those that are there helping you and supporting you. So when you allow yourself to be supported, or when you ask for help, or when you become vulnerable, and really express how you're feeling, that's when the help comes in. Whereas if we put this strong exterior, what happens is that people say, oh, sure, she has it all together, or she doesn't need any help. So it's about being open and honest and using the communication to ask and you shall receive. So they are really, really beautiful cards, and I will post them in the group so that you can have a closer look at each one, because the imagery is super powerful and you may be able to take some more inspiration or insight from that. So do please let me know if you would like to share how that resonates with you, or where you're at this full moon, or new moon, should I say. Yeah, because you can be very much on your own individual journey, especially if it's in your sign. So if you are a Gemini, you're going to feel the effects of this moon a lot more intensely than you will others. And it's a great time, as I said, for reflection, to see what has been working for you and what has not been working for you, and then bringing forward whatever it is that is supportive to your journey. So for our practice, we are going to move through some really lovely breath work, like I said, to soothe the nervous system, to ground the body, and we're going to open up the channels of the body, so the throat, the arms, the back of the neck, and really begin to connect body and mind above and below, and breath and movement.